Financial advisors have been telling you the same thing for decades. Keep $1,000 in an emergency fund and you're golden. $1,000. But here's the problem. $1,000 covers maybe 1 week of your actual life. 1 week. Most people can't afford 1 week of emergencies. The real emergency fund? 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. 3 to 6 months. That's a staggering gap. And it's the difference between staying afloat when life breaks and drowning in credit card debt. Here's why the $1,000 rule persists. It comes from the 1980s, when $1,000 actually bought you something. Inflation has tripled since then. A car repair is $800. A medical copay after insurance is $2,000. A month of rent is $1,200 to $2,000. $1,000 isn't a safety net, it's a speed bump. And when the bump hits, most people panic and max out a credit card at 24% APR. That's where you lose, not in the emergency, in the response to it. So let's calculate your real number. It's simple, but specific. First, write down your essential monthly expenses. Essential means rent or mortgage, utilities, minimum debt payments, groceries, insurance, childcare if you have it. Not coffee, not streaming, not dining out, the things you'd die without. Add them up. Let's say it's $2,500 a month. The minimum multiplier is 3 months. So $2,500 times 3 is $7,500. That's your floor. The maximum is 6 months. $2,500 times 6 is $15,000. That's your ceiling. Most people land somewhere in the middle, around $11,000. But the exact number depends on your job stability. If you work in tech and layoffs are common, 6 months. If you're a tenured teacher with a stable salary, 3 months is defensible. Now, where do you keep this money? This is where most people mess up. They stuff it in their checking account and accidentally spend it. Or they panic and invest it in stocks hoping for growth. Then a market crash hits and the money evaporates when they need it most. The rule is simple: high-yield savings account. Not your regular checking, not the stock market. A separate, boring, high-yield savings account that pays several percent annually, much more than checking ever will. Online banks and fintechs all over the world offer these, and they exist for this exact reason. The money earns something, it's liquid in 1 to 2 business days, and it's not tempting to raid. It's boring by design. Now, building it. You don't need to hit $15,000 overnight. That's impossible for most people. Instead, build in phases. Phase 1, $1,500. That's your starter buffer. It covers a car repair or a minor medical hit without a credit card. Takes 3 to 6 months at $250 a month. Phase 2, once you've hit $1,500, keep going. Build it to $5,000. This covers 2 months of living expenses, another 6 months of disciplined saving. Phase 3, push to your target. If it's $7,500 or $15,000, whatever you calculated, keep adding. This might take a year or 2, but you're not broke in the meantime. You already have a cushion. Phases work because they're psychological wins. You're not staring at a $15,000 mountain. You're climbing $1,500, then $5,000, then your target. Small wins, big confidence. Here's a mistake I see constantly. People confuse inconveniences with emergencies. Your phone breaks. That's an inconvenience. Your car needs tires. Inconvenience. Your kid wants new shoes. Inconvenience. An emergency is your heater fails in January and costs $5,000 to replace. Your job ends unexpectedly. A parent gets hospitalized and you need to fly across the country. A car accident that's your fault and your deductible is $1,000. Emergencies are sudden, necessary, and you have zero control over timing. Inconveniences are predictable and solvable with a small budget line. Keep those separate. Your emergency fund is not a slush fund for wish list purchases. It's a life raft. Treat it that way. Once you hit your target, the emergency fund becomes autopilot. Don't touch it. But also refill it immediately if you use it. If a real emergency drains $3,000, your new target is $3,000 higher until you rebuild. And don't let it atrophy. And every year, adjust your target upward by inflation. If your essentials were $2,500 3 years ago and inflation has pushed them to $2,800, recalculate. Your emergency fund adjusts with your life. You get a promotion and your rent goes up. You move to a city with higher costs. You add a dependent. All of these shift your number. Revisit it annually. It's not set it and forget it. It's set it, protect it, and update it as you go. This is the unfinanced. The difference between having an emergency fund and not having one isn't about the money. It's about whether you can breathe when everything breaks. Next week, why starting 10 years late cost you 10 times more. See you then.